Again today, we have a strong sense of what Russia could do next.
Putin's next move.
Again today, we have a strong sense of what Russia could do next. We believe that Moscow may be setting the stage to use a chemical weapon and then falsely blame Ukraine to justify escalating its attacks on the Ukrainian people.
Good evening, I'm Mike Vaquera. Joe is back Monday. The Secretary of State also had a warning for China ahead of President Biden's meeting with Xi Jinping tomorrow. But in Ukraine, Putin becoming more desperate and more depraved as his vaunted army suffers more losses. Tonight, the State Department also saying Russia attacked a boarding school for blind children. That coming after the bombing of a theater in Mariupol that was housing more than 1,000 refugees. This is what the theater looked like before the bombing. And here's what it looks like now. That's the same theater where kids had been inside. The word children was written on the ground in Russian in hopes that Putin would spare it. He didn't. And tonight, a long line of cars in that battered city, Ukrainians trying to get out while they can. Now, as this war of conquest grinds on into its fourth week, the world is still asking of Putin, why? Why are you dropping bombs on women and children? For what? We begin tonight with Kira Rudik, a member of Ukraine's parliament, who is joining us from Kyiv. Kira, your reaction to what the Secretary of State says Russia will do next, what he thinks Putin has in store for your country.
We do anticipate that Putin will not stop anywhere and that he has all the most cruel and the most heartless things in his pocket to do next. As we have seen, he doesn't spare children, women. He intentionally goes and hits where it hurts the most, with the people that we cannot protect and with the people that cannot protect themselves. So as of the chemical attack, we will start getting ready, but it is impossible to protect the whole population of the potential chemical threat that could happen anywhere. So we continue asking for additional Air Force support from the United States so we can change from just standing up to Putin and fighting him for pushing him back and making sure that we actually win this war rather than continuously fighting it and not letting Putin have like additional steps and push forward. As we see right now that he is losing on the ground. He cannot take any major city. He cannot show any victory to his soldier or to his people. And this is why he is getting more and more angry. And this is why it is showing the world that there is no negotiating with him because he is a war criminal and he is crazy.
You called him a war criminal, and in fact, President Biden did so yesterday. The Secretary of State saying it again today, an investigation undergoing right now. From an international legal standpoint, does that matter to you at this point, whether or not he's technically a war criminal?
Well, we are looking forward to having the victory in this war and then to having all the procedures, same as the procedures in Nuremberg, to take place and make sure that at some point, if Putin is not killed by his inner circle, that at some point he will be prosecuted and hanged as a war criminal.
I see. You are in Kyiv now, speaking to us live. It's late at night. Can you tell us what the situation is, what you're seeing and hearing, and what you're hearing from your compatriots?
So we today are off the 35-hour curfew that was established because Russians planned to attack. So the attack on the ground failed, and they were pushed back at the outskirts of the city. So they were not able to get in or get anywhere closer or get inside the city with their forces. So it's a very good thing. However, the shelling of the city has intensified, and 4 buildings were destroyed, and partially the subway station was destroyed as well. So people were killed because Russians continue doing what they are doing, throwing bombs at our homes, throwing missiles at the innocent people who were just living their life.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Ukrainians continue to inspire people around the world with the fight you're putting up. And I finally, this caught my eye. I want to ask your reaction to this line from Russian expatriate Garry Kasparov, the famous chess master and now a Putin opponent. He tweeted, quote, Putin read Western cowardice correctly, but he didn't expect public opinion would rally so quickly behind Ukraine and push hard for Western leaders to act. Ukraine is saving democracy, and democracy is saving Ukraine. Do you feel as though Western democracies are saving your country at this point?
Well, we feel that we are very grateful for everything that has been done, but we do need more right now, because we are protecting the European skies with stopping Putin at where he is right now. He was very adamant that he will be taking over Poland, Lithuania after Ukraine. And this is why we know that we are not only fighting for our country, for our freedom, but for many, many other people and many, many other countries. We do need more from NATO countries. We need the no-fly zone or anything similar so we could fight Putin in the air. Because you see, we can train to fight him on the ground, and we do it very well. We can prepare to be prepared for sieges, and we also do it pretty well right now, but we cannot protect our homes from the missiles and bombs that are just coming from nowhere. And this is the most important piece, and this is the thing that we actually do need.
Okay, well said, Kira Rudik. Ukrainian parliament member. Kira, thank you as always for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you, and glory to Ukraine.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.